please acknowledge in the chat if you all can see me and hear me, everybody. Yeah, am I visible, students? Just quickly acknowledge in the chat box, just 1 second. And then we'll start the session, and this is a one session which is like really important. और आज मैं चाहूंगी कि सारे बच्चे, जितने भी बच्चे मेरे साथ कनेक्टेड हैं, फुल पार्टिसिपेशन करना है आज. हेलो खुशबू, हाय शागर, हाउ आर यू ऑल डूइंग? कैसे हैं सारे बच्चे? हाय, हेलो, सो नाइस टू सी यू ऑल हियर. तो आज है 50 वर्ड्स चैलेंज, मतलब बहुत सारे नए वर्ड्स सीखने हैं. एंड व्हाई 50 वर्ड्स? बिकॉज आवर टारगेट इज 50. या कि आज के सेशन में जितने भी वर्ड्स सीखेंगे, व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू? वी आर गोइंग टू टेक अ pen and a paper and jot them down all of those words in a piece of paper, and at the end of the session you must count how many words have you learned today. So without wasting any time, I'll start the session. Hi Avika, hello. जो भी late join करें जल्दी से आ जाइए. I request you all to share the session with all your friends, everybody who doesn't know, who is not informed about the session, who doesn't know that there's a session going on vocabulary, please call them all. ठीक है. और सबसे पहले I would like to thank all my lovely students, especially Khushbu, Sachin and Subhashmita, all of these students who contributed to the list of vocabulary in my Telegram group. And those who are joining in for the very first time and do not know that I also have a Telegram group, immediately go and connect with me there. It's right in the description box. The link is there in the description box. Now we'll start with a list of words. We are going to start. How we're going to go about in the class is, first of all, we'll take a look at the list of words that are there, and in today's class I'll show the words that are shared to me, that have been shared in the Telegram group by one of our very diligent student. He's Sachin. And I'm going to show it straight away to you. So he's made these beautiful, I don't know what document did he use, but the students shared these words, and there were a few more to these, and I would like you all to have a look. Okay, have a look at these words and tell me if you can make sentences out of them. Can you quickly do that in the chat, everybody, without wasting any minute? Yeah, without wasting any minute, let's get started then. Brusque. What is brusque? If something is brusque, what do you mean by that? Let's get started, and then we'll also have a mentee, right? Okay, so everybody is ready, no? Have you all liked the session, everyone? Have you liked and shared the session with your friends? Do not forget to do that. So many of you have not liked the session. I've got 22 students watching the session and very few liking it. So that means you are not enjoying the session. Yeah, you should be enjoying the session. It's a vocabulary class and a very important one. Chaliye, quickly go. I'm giving you 5 seconds to like the session. Share it with your friends. Aa jaiye. Hello everybody. Okay, great. ठीक है, आ जाइए everyone. Liked, thank you. आइए, चलिए. तो ब्रूस्क से जल्दी से सेंटेंस बना दो. If you have to use this word in your conversation. So for example, one example is given over there. The manager's brusque dismissal offended the clients. So basically, brusque is like something done in a very, you understand the word spontaneous. Something is done spontaneously in a natural flow of manner. So I just did that spontaneously. I did not intend to do that. So another word, इसके साथ साथ देखो बच्चों वर्ड्स को कैसे याद करते हैं, बिल्कुल ऐसे ही लिंक करके. If this word is very difficult for you, I'm so sorry. So what are you going to do? Find a better word which is kind of not as difficult as that one. So spontaneous. What is a spontaneous? It is natural. Again, spontaneous is something that occurs naturally, happens naturally. What is this? This is slightly negative. Slightly. So like for example, if you say that manager's brusque dismissal, I'll check the pronunciation of it one more time. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I do not know. I think it's brusque. Of dismissal offended the clients. Yani ki brusque was very unpredictable, right? Something that was not ought to happen. Okay, so the brusque shouting in the class disappointed the teacher. कुछ ऐसी चीज जो unexpectedly हो गई पर in a negative manner. Will you be able to use this word, everybody? Will you be able to use this word? Hello Abhinav, जल्दी से आ जाइए. और I'm glad that you are joining in YouTube as well. तो जल्दी से बता दीजिए क्या होगा. एक सेंटेंस बता दो. देखो vocabulary की तो बहुत ज़रूरत है. If you are not working on vocabulary, that surely means you are lagging behind. Teachers' brusque homework surprised students. Ajluma, maybe to some extent that is correct. Short and abrupt. So short is like short. You have to include that part also. So something that did not happen for a very long period of time, but that happened for a short duration. Okay. So that brusque comment hit me hard in the heart. Okay. मतलब वो छोटा सा जो abrupt सा comment था, I did not like it very much. Understanding this. So brusque is short and abrupt. Clear? What is exasperated? Who is going to tell me that? Hello Mayank, quickly come over. Yes, Dynamic Pegasus has given a wonderful sentence. Have a look. Have a look. That Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows ending was too brusque. मतलब बिल्कुल ही अचानक से ऐसे खत्म हो गई, किसी के समझ ही नहीं आई. Very good, very good. Yeah, Mahi, that's also nice. चलिए, very good. What about exasperated? What is exasperation or exasperated? Yeah, exasperated with the attitude of his boss, the employee tendered his resignation. Okay, so exasperated is like totally, मतलब मैं थक गई किसी चीज से. It's like that. Yeah, your shoutings like make me exasperated, or I'm exasperated because of all of that shouting and quarreling going on. Something that annoys you to such an extent that you totally become dismissal of that particular thing. Are you getting the idea? Are you understanding, students? Yeah. So attitude is again the behavior, the way you take things on. That is attitude. Hello Kridgun. Oh, is that you? तभी तो मैं कहूँ कि ये इतनी अच्छी English कौन है ये Dynamic Pegasus? Of course, Kridgun's English is very good, I have to tell you. And I like Kridgun's vocabulary a lot. Exasperated look. Very good, Mahi. Very good. You don't like that girl? She's so exasperating. Okay. Well, actually, the person who is not exasperation is not that she is annoying. Yeah, it's like you are tired with annoyance. So you have to use that word in a correct manner. That is also very, very important. Yes, Khushbu has given the right answer. Because I was continuously preparing for the tests, I was totally exasperated at the end. Yeah. So you were tired, and you were so tired that you actually got annoyed of it. So understand the situation. Vocabulary is important, and you have to understand which situation should I, when should I use this particular vocabulary. There's always a proper situation for it. You can't use every vocabulary for every situation. You have to understand. Fine. So exasperation is when you are tired, and so tired that you ultimately get annoyed of that particular thing. I have been asking them to rectify the mistakes, or I have been asking them to make corrections in that document. I'm totally exasperated now. मतलब मैं बोल बोल कर थक गई हूँ. ये सुना होगा ना हिंदी में कि अब बस इतना बोल दिया, मैं थक चुकी हूँ. So it's just like that. You're exasperated. You have tried your hard. You're now annoyed of it. Clear, everyone? Very good. Kridgun, I was exasperated with the late night music going on in my neighborhood. Absolutely. Fantabulous. Okay, great. Piyush is also there. Brilliant. Chaliye. Next one then. What is next word? Impeccable. इस word को use करना है बच्चों. ये बहुत ही important word है. एक impeccable is something that is flawless. मतलब कुछ ऐसी चीज जिसको देख के बिल्कुल कहते हैं ना होश उड़ जाना, बिल्कुल you are just out of this world, like that situation. Yeah, so if something is impeccable, it's like it's mind blowing in the literal sense, something that blows your mind. So I have a sentence here that says, though he hailed from France, he spoke impeccable English. So impeccable again means without any error, something that was impressive, very astounding. Yeah, astounding, flawless, exemplary, ये सारे इसके synonym हैं. So I can also give you a few more words. क्योंकि 50 words तो आज याद करके जाना है. Astounding. Again, it can also be mesmerizing. It will mostly be in a positive light. So impeccable is something which is worthy of being praised. Impeccable. What an impeccable handwriting you have got. मतलब बहुत ही बेहतरीन, शानदार, खूबसूरत, out of the world. Clear? She had an impeccable reputation. Very good, Mahi. Okay, Khushbu is Rumana, queen of impeccable English. Okay, nice. You can say that her English is impeccable. Yeah, thank you for that. If that is really meant, so really nice. However, students' English can never actually be impeccable. It's something that you just can't master. You all you can do is add on it, work on it, and the more you have, the better you get on it. ठीक है, vocabulary में हर दिन नए नए words जुड़ते जाते हैं, बहुत सारे words हैं. Trust me, अगर इतने भी नहीं आते ना, मतलब बहुत मुश्किल है. Okay, your impeccable work needs to be appreciated. Very good, Niharika. Appreciated की spelling correct कर लीजिए. Brilliant. चलिए कुछ और आगे बढ़े. मजा आ रहा है? Enjoying learning? तो और कुछ वर्ड करेंगे, उसके बाद मेंटी भी करेंगे. ओके, फाइन. ऑल राइट. सो मैलिएबल क्या है? व्हाट इज मैलिएबल? व्हाट इज मैलिएबल? या, सो दे हैव अ मैलिएबल नेचर. मतलब, कैन यू गिव मी वन सिनोनिम फॉर मैलिएबल? एनीबॉडी? मैंने बताया है आपको एक इसी तरह का एक मिलता जुलता वर्ड. Had the villagers been literate, they would have been less malleable to the landlord's words. I have been giving you one very similar word, a word very much like malleable. What is that word? Which means very much like malleable, but it can be, vulnerable. Have you heard vulnerable? So there is that word is similar to vulnerable. Yeah. Ductile. Okay, Mahi, but I have given you one word with G. Can you guess that word with G? I have given a word with G. Who is going to guess that? Quickly. Nobody? I use that word several times. No? Well, it is gullible. How can you forget that? Who is gullible? Haven't I used this word with you so many times? A person who can be deceived easily, who can be cheated very, very easily. Now, students, one thing is very much of a concern, that these are some really important sessions which you guys have been asking me to bring, and these are very important. Most of you wait for these sessions. Yeah, on my Telegram group, you ask me to bring these sessions, and when the session is going on, many of you are not there. Is it that you are not informed? Yeah, please do me a favor. Take 5 seconds just to like the session and share it with your friends. I don't want anybody to miss this conversation, or if you have any doubt, I know you all can watch the recording. All those who missed the session can watch the recording, but then I want to take up your doubts. Yeah. So haven't I used this? So just do that, everybody. Thank you so much, all my lovely students. Just share it and call in your friends. Yeah, I'll start Menti in 2 minutes. So gullible is again something, a person who can be easily deceived. Yeah, who can actually be made can be befooled just by trick. So for instance, if somebody calls you and say that, see, I'm calling this from this agency, share your password with me, and you just share that with that person. So what are you doing? You're making yourself vulnerable and prone to be deceived and cheated and tricked, right? So you are in a gullible position. Yeah, and where does this come from? Also the words like naive, gullible, vulnerable, these means you get easily deceived or cheated and you get into the influence of somebody. So जैसे यहाँ पे कहा जा रहा है malleable. Had the villagers been literate, अगर villagers पढ़े लिखे होते तो उन्हें malleable होने का, यानी कि उन्हें धोखा देने का, उन्हें डिसीव करने का, बहलाने का, कुछ बातें कहकर उन्हें इन्फ्लुएंस करने का चांस बहुत कम होता. That is what this means over here. Fine. Very good, Ajluma. The nature of my friend is so malleable. So के साथ because नहीं आता है. So that, so malleable that he gets influenced by every other person. Right. Good. Now, what is gluttony? Have you all heard of the 7 deadly sins? What are the 7 deadly sins? Find it out and mention this in the comment section. So 7 deadly sins. Some of them are wrath. Some of them are envy. Gluttony is one of them. And what is gluttony? When you are very indulgent or overindulgent in food. So that is one type of a sin. You can't do that. Yeah, if you're indulgent, if you have so much khana dekh ke pagal ho jana. Yeah, so that is called gluttony. Remember, she engaged in gluttony every time she went to a wedding party. Does that happen with you? That whenever you go to a wedding party, you're like, bas, ab mujhe pure din kuch mat khao, sham mein wedding party attend karni hai. Does this happen? That's really sad if that happens. Also, that is a sin if you are doing that. Okay? Got it, everybody? Very good, Kritgun. The words, so malleable is like being deceived, in a position to be deceived. Is that so, Bahadur? But I'm not seeing you in my classes, my dear biggest fan. Where have you been? The words of saint was so malleable. Malleable will always be a person, not the person who influences, a person who gets influenced. Okay, so it will always be the receiving end. Okay, Kritgun dear? Okay? Yeah. Yes, Bahadur, I didn't see you many times. Okay. Chaliye, ab se I'll notice. I'll try to see. This is clear, no? And this is your homework. Find out the 7 deadly sins and mention in the comment section. Cajole, ये कौन सा chapter है? जल्दी बता दो. ये एक cajole is basically to kind of basically request somebody or make an urge in a very, very mocking manner. Okay, not mocking actually, but be very, very cajoling in a very convincing, trying to convince someone, to urge, to convince. Fine. So she managed to cajole the restaurant manager into giving her a discount. So cajole यहाँ पे क्या है? Convince कर लेना, किसी को मना लेना किसी चीज के लिए. Got it? So have you ever used this word in your conversation? I don't think so. You don't use these words, but you should be using these words. So she managed to cajole the restaurant manager into giving her a discount. Yeah. So she somehow managed to convince him. It is a synonym for the word convince. What is jabber? चलो ये last word है. इसके बाद menti start करेंगे और देखते हैं कितने words learn किया आपने. हाँ बिल्कुल. Okay. All the best for that. Connect with me on my Telegram, Deepak, if you have any doubt related to your exams. All the very best. Jabber. What is jabbering? Yeah. Jabbering is talking in a noisy manner or in an excited manner. Okay, which is not like when you talk, you should be polite and you should be talking, should be like heard by only the other person whom you are talking to. But most of the time, what do? We jabber. Yeah, we don't talk, we shout. Right. So that is called jabbering. So she got herself fired by using the office phone to jabber to her friend all day. It's like bug karna, unnecessarily talking and also in a noisy and excited manner. Got it? So I'm sure many of you do jabbering many a times, but then you don't know that it is something that should not be done. Yeah. Okay, so please don't jabber, talk softly. And are you all ready for Menti? Are you all ready for Menti? तो मेंटी में जाने के लिए तो बच्चों बुलाना पड़ेगा फ्रेंड्स को. या आर यू गोइंग टू कॉल ऑन योर फ्रेंड्स? चलो जल्दी से लाइक द सेशन एंड कॉल इन योर फ्रेंड्स अभी तक अगर नहीं किया तो. एंड लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. Let's get started with what? With some questions. कुछ ऐसे words जो हमने किए हुए हैं. These are some very easy words, but I want you all to understand these words which are very very important, and you guys might be using them incorrectly, which I do not want you all to do. मैं चाहती हूँ कि ये सारे words आप correctly use करें. और मैं आपको मेंटी कोड दिखाने वाली हूँ 1 सेकेंड में. जस्ट ज्वाइन इन एवरीबडी इन द मेंटी. कॉल इन योर फ्रेंड्स. जस्ट डू मी दैट फेवर, दैट call in your friends, then only we'll be able to start the Menti. The code is right in front of you. It is 7967906. G. Yeah, okay. So I cajole my friend to have a party at my house. Right. So whenever you're using that word, आपने किसी को convince किया. अच्छा, इसका मतलब कहना भी तो हो सकता है, पर ये कन्विंस करना क्यों है? इसके लिए आपको एक स्टेटमेंट के साथ एक फ्रेज ऐड करना पड़ेगा जो ये बताए कि उस चीज़ के लिए आपका सिर्फ कहना ज़रूरी नहीं था. अगर आप यहाँ पे ये कहते कि आई आस्क्ड माई फ्रेंड्स टू डू अ पार्टी, और बेसिकली डू अ पार्टी नहीं होना चाहिए. डू ऐसे हम नहीं यूज़ करते हैं. टू हैव अ पार्टी एट माई हाउस और हैव अ पार्टी, तो you should use a word, an additional word that should mean that you actually convinced them. तो पार्टी के लिए कन्विंस हो जाएगा, but maybe to have a party at your own house will require some sort of convincing power. Are you understanding what do I mean? Are you understanding? Everybody. My classmates jabber whenever the teacher goes out. Very good, Kritgun, brilliant. I really like that. My classmates jabber. हाँ, सही, बहुत अच्छा. Yes, Tanu. सबको समझ में आ गया? Everybody got it? Yeah? कितने सारे words सीखे? यूज करने वाले हो या भूल जाने वाले हो? Do not. Do not. हाँ, सही बात है. एक adjective के साथ आएगा. तो क्या करें? मेंटी शुरू कर दें? Yeah, is anybody who's unable to join in? The code is 7967906. कुछ बहुत ही important words हैं. Quickly करेंगे. All right, आ जाइए everybody. The very first question on your screen, everyone. Which word means highly knowledgeable? Erudite, versatile, naive, vehement. Answer everybody quickly. Or individually also you should be knowing the meaning of these words. We'll be talking about all anything. Am I hiding any of the words? No, I don't think so. Easy question है? पक्का? Okay, great. Quick answers everybody. Knowledge के context में कौन सा word use होगा? Versatile. 7 बच्चों ने कहा versatile. No. Versatile is a person is versatile when he has got multiple talents, skills in him. But erudite is when you're knowledgeable. It refers to mental ability. Erudite. If you have a different kind of a understanding of certain things. So erudite refers to knowledge. Versatile or versatility is like when you're having skill. You're skilled multiple things. You are adept to do multiple things. Got it everybody? चलिए, इतना गड़बड़ नहीं करना चाहिए आपको. Anybody over here जो नए हैं आज मेरी क्लास में? अमित, नॉट बहादुर. अच्छा, ओके. हेलो अमित. रोनाल्ड, कैथी, अविका, वोल्फ मास्टर, फर्स्ट टू लाइक योर सेशन. हु इज दैट? कौन है ये फर्स्ट फ्लाइट के साथ? Enthralling Manveer, a nice adjective. Manveer, Isha, Tanu, and gregarious Gauransh. Great. Thank you, gregarious Gauransh, with that cute adjective with your name. And you are the fastest for this one. Very, very good. Oh, is that you, Raj Nandini? Second question, everybody. So, was there a word that you did not know? I think not. All of that was clear, no? What is jovial? Tell me quickly, what is jovial? Incredulous, merry, revolting, dizzy. Everybody quickly. What is jovial? Who has a jovial nature? Answer quickly, instantly. If I have a jovial nature, am I incredulous? Am I merry? Am I revolting? Am I dizzy? Tell me instantly. Merry. Okay. What is incredulous? Who's going to tell me that? What is incredulous? Yeah. So cred is the root word which means to be believable. Yeah. Truthfulness or believable. So something is in. So when you add a prefix in front of any other word, it becomes not. Incompetent, ineffective, inappropriate. So in, when you add in prefix before a word, it becomes negative. So it means not. Yeah, incredulous. Merry, revolting. So it's not incredulous. Incredulous is like something that is unbelievable, something that cannot be believed. And merry is of course happy, and jovial, if you have a jovial nature. Now, you are very a happy person, happy-go-lucky person. Now, students, please remember that why am I giving you these vocabulary words or these words to you? So that you do not use the same redundant phrase in your exam. You have to work on your vocabulary, and if you're not taking the opportunity to do that right now, you will be in trouble. Okay? Not right now, maybe after a few days. So jovial, she was a jovial personality. Yeah, in any of your chapters, if a character sketch is being asked, please use these words. Reading comprehension you may get these words. Let's see if any changes over here. I have got Gauransh at the top. Tanu is leading now. Very good. Ayush is fastest. Very, very good. Arya, Arzu, all nice. ठीक है. चलिए. Yes, correct, Khushbu. Something which is hard to believe. The third question की तरफ चले क्या? Yeah? Shall we move ahead? Ready? Okay. Third question on your screen. Everybody ready? Indifferent. Now pay attention to this word very carefully and then answer. Indifferent hona. Neutral, unkind, precious, mean. If you're indifferent towards something, are you neutral? Are you unkind? Are you precious, or is that thing precious? Or is it about mean? What does it mean exactly? This is a confusing word, which most of you get confused and use it incorrectly, which you shouldn't be doing that. बहुत सारे बच्चों ने unkind बोला है, precious बोला है 3 बच्चों ने. That is like totally absurd. How can you say that indifferent means precious? Not at all. Mean? No. If you understand indifferent, an indifferent person to be a mean person, students, you are barking the wrong tree. You are actually not correct. You're not using it properly. Fine. So indifferent ka matlab hai you are neither positive towards it nor negative. So indifferent is being neutral. If you're indifferent towards something, you have no bias towards it, or you don't have a say towards it. So for example, so see, basically when you use indifferent in a different light, just try to understand this particular thing. She was indifferent to my sufferings. She was indifferent to my sufferings. So because you're projecting it in such a manner that it appears to be a negative word, कि अरे वो तो बड़ा बुरा इंसान है, शी वॉज वेरी इंडिफरेंट टूवर्ड्स माई सफरिंग्स, ऐसे यूज करते हो ना इस वर्ड को. बट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. इफ आई से शी वॉज इंडिफरेंट टूवर्ड्स her result even when she got first position. तो अब कौन किसकी तरफ सिंपैथाइज होना पड़ रहा है? उस इंसान की तरफ कि फर्स्ट आने के बाद भी, क्लास में टॉप होने के बाद भी शी वॉज इंडिफरेंट. क्या बात है? वॉज शी नॉट हैप्पी? सो द वे यू यूज अ वर्ड, that also kind of modifies the meaning of that particular word. You have to understand that, students. Are you getting the idea what I'm telling you? कि indifferent होना कभी unkind होना, mean होना नहीं है. It can mean neutral also. So that means she was neither positive nor negative. Clear everybody? Okay. Let's see. Tanu is just the fastest for this one. Very good, Tanu. Very good. Isha, Gregarious Goranch, enthralling Manveer. First one to like his session. Kind-hearted Khushbu has made it to the leaderboard. Ayush, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Avika, Arya, Arzu. Chaliye, agla question. Yes, Ranj Nandini. Fourth one. Ready? Ready, everybody? Learning these words, noting them down. What is simulate? What is simulation or simulation? What is it? Excite, imitate, trick, ape-like. Quickly, students, remember. You will have a reading comprehension section. You will have a writing section. You will require vocabulary for your literature section. Okay. So you just cannot work without them, and if you're not working towards them, you are surely lagging behind. And maybe in future, when you will go for some entrance exams, some writing, some interviews, it's going to be a tough world for you. So please start working on them. बहुत सारे बच्चों ने excite बोल दिया, trick ape like नहीं. No. Excite and trick are very different, and many of you confuse simulate with stimulate. A stimulation is excitement, or arousing excitement is a stimulation. However, simulate is like imitating something. That is a total simulation. यानी आपने किसी चीज को कॉपी किया, simulate किया, imitate किया. Getting the idea? It's very different from a stimulation. A stimulation is excitement or arousing excitement. Fine? Yeah. Okay. Understanding this or not? Everybody. Simulate surprise at the news. How can you simulate surprise? No. Okay, so Khushbu has a problem. She says that when I knew I forgot them, like let's say I learn new words today, but tomorrow. That happens with all of us, Khushbu. Absolutely. That is why you have to do one thing. I'm just telling you, do one thing. जैसे ये word है. Yeah, I will give you one word. चलो आप simulate भूल जाओ. You have to use the word imitate. What is imitation? What is imitation? Copying. आप एक क्विक इमेज अपने दिमाग में फॉर्म करो, कोई भी ऐसी चीज जहां पे इमिटेशन हुई हो, या एक सेंटेंस बनाओ जल्दी से. अगर बना लिया, साथ साथ नहीं भूलोगे. सेंटेंस नहीं बनाया, सिर्फ गूगल से कॉपी पेस्ट करके मुझे यहाँ पे दे दिया, तो मतलब भूल जाओगे. What I can do? I can provide you the food. You have to eat it on your own. याद खुद करना पड़ेगा बच्चों, यूज खुद करना पड़ेगा. तभी मैं कहती हूँ अपने लिए ग्रुप फॉर्म करो, टेलीग्राम ग्रुप को यूटिलाइज करो. व्हेन आई ओपन इट फॉर यू गाइज टू चैट, टू टॉक, यू डू नॉट शेयर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स. जैसे अभी हमने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें स्टार्ट की है. वी स्टार्टेड शेयरिंग वोकैबुलरी. इफ यू वांट आई कैन ओपन द चैट फॉर यू टू शेयर conversation, to share important words like these, but you don't do that. You just misuse that time. I'm so sad to say that. Really. Simulation games in It's like imitation, imitate. Yes, write them and use in my class. That is what I say. एक छोटी सी चीज मैं कहती हूँ कि बच्चों अपने साथ एक एडजेक्टिव यूज करो. इतनी छोटी सी चीज आप नहीं कर पाते हो. How are you going to improve it? See how many names I have got which has got adjectives here. I've just got gregarious Gauransh. I've just got enthralling Manveer. I have got kind-hearted Khushbu. Yeah. And others just the same. So try to write an adjective before your name. Try to use new adjectives every day with me on Menti. I promise. If you do this over a period of month, you will have these many words with you. Just follow this one practice with me. Just this one practice. That every day use a new adjective for yourself in all my Menti sessions. And see how you get a stock of vocabulary with yourself. You do not have to do anything else. Just one vocabulary for yourself. Okay, with proper meaning. Promise that you all will do that. If you want to learn vocabulary, do that. And your vocabulary will it will skyrocket. ठीक है, चलिए अगला क्वेश्चन देखते हैं क्विकली. 5th one. और यहाँ पे स्कोर कुछ भी हो सकता है. We do not know. He imitated all the paper in yesterday's exam. ठीक है अजलुमा. रिफ्ट का क्या मतलब है? इसको बहुत ध्यान से करना है. What is rift? Is it amalgamate? Is it decide? Is it cut? Is it squabble? चलिए एक बच्चे ने तो प्रॉमिस कर दिया मुझे. गौरांश एंड माही promised. ठीक है. I'll make sure ऐसा हो मेरी क्लास में. एटलीस्ट इंग्लिश में तो कर सकते हो बच्चों. Okay. All right. So many of you said cut. How can rift be cut? How can it be amalgamate? Try to understand. What is a squabble? पहले ये बता दो. What is a squabbling? It's like an argument. Squabbling is argument. Squabbling is quarreling. Fine. अब जब तक इस वर्ड का मीनिंग नहीं पता होगा कैसे आंसर करोगे? रिफ्ट क्या है? So ideally the synonym for the word rift should be, what should be the ideal synonym for the word rift? Dispute. एक तरह का तनाव. Rift. There was a rift. There was a dispute. There was argument. And if you do not have a perfect synonym for that word, listen to me very carefully. If you do not have a perfect synonym for that word, use the next probable option. क्या कट कहीं से भी रिफ्ट से मिलता है? रिफ्ट और कट में कोई सिमिलरिटी है? कट इज डिटैचमेंट. कट इज लाइक काट देना. कट पेस्ट. Yeah, rift is not cutting. Rift is like तनाव. एक तरह का dispute, एक argument. And argument से अगर relate करो तो वो क्या होगा? Squabble. Squabble is having an argument. Yes. Understanding that or not, students? So this is going to be problematic if you're not aware of these words till now. What is amalgamate? You must have heard this word in chemistry a lot. Amalgamation of compounds, amalgamation of mixtures. Yeah. So when you mix two things up, you're amalgamating and producing a new thing probably. Yeah. So amalgamation is mixing up of two things. Amalgamation. Yeah. अच्छा, दोनों के वर्ड्स के लास्ट में टी आता है तो वही सही होगा. ये बहुत सारे बच्चे करते हैं एग्जाम में भी कि इनएप्रोप्रिएट का हमेशा जो आंसर होगा वो इनइफेक्टिव हो जाएगा भाई, क्योंकि इन आ रहा है दोनों में. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. दैट कैन इन फैक्ट बी अ डिस्ट्रैक्टर फॉर यू इन द एग्जाम. कि बच्चे को चलो टेस्ट करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि लास्ट में दोनों के टी आ रहे हैं तो यही हो जाएगा. दैट इज अ वेरी रॉन्ग वे ऑफ गेसिंग द सिनोनिम्स और एंटोनिम्स फॉर दैट मैटर. So stop practicing this. चलिए अब तो पता चल जाएगा चैनल कैसे ज्वाइन करना है, अभी आपको मेरे वीडियो के साथ दिख रहा होगा एक सब्सक्राइब का ऑप्शन। उदितांश, वहाँ सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए जाकर इमीडिएटली, और लाइक कर दीजिए, सेशन को शेयर कर दीजिए। तो ये अगर सब्सक्राइब कर लेंगे तो आपको हमेशा नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगी। आई ऑल्सो हैव अ टेलीग्राम ग्रुप इफ यू वांट टू कनेक्ट विथ मी आफ्टर द सेशंस एंड गेट द PDF ऑफ ऑल ऑफ दीज क्लासेस दैट वी हैव हियर। यू कैन कनेक्ट ऑन टेलीग्राम। चलिए देखते हैं क्या है रिजल्ट आज का, कौन है विनर। क्या लगता है स्टूडेंट्स, एवरीबॉडी, व्हाट डू यू ऑल थिंक? Tanu Chaudhary is the topper. Very good, Tanu. Congratulations. You did a fantabulous job, a fantastic job today. You performed really well. In fact, a few questions were difficult. I do not deny that. ठीक है कि क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट थे, लेकिन आपने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया. वेरी वेल डन. और उसी के साथ अब मैं बस सेशन को वाइंड अप करना चाहूँगी बच्चों. Anybody who is not aware that I also have a Telegram group, please connect with me on that. And if you have any query, ask me, because I'll share you information about my next class and about several other information, the PDFs of these classes and everything you can get on the Telegram group. Fine, everybody. So how was the class? I hope you all enjoyed learning the words. And okay, if not 50, please give me a count. How many words were you able to retain and learn in today's class? What are you supposed to do? Take all of these words that I have showed you. Write at least 2 synonyms for that. Write quick 2 synonyms for them. And you will learn multitude times. जैसे हर word के साथ हमने एक अलग word learn किया. हर एक question के साथ हमने उसके 4 options learn किए. So you multiply like that. Right? What is another trick to learn more and more number of words? To learn the forms. जैसे good एक word आपने याद किया. good मतलब अच्छा. good, better, best. इसके 3 forms याद कर लिए. तो ये क्या हो गया? 3 अलग words आपने याद कर लिए. Now you're not going to use them interchangeably. Yeah, you will use good at different places. You will use better at other places. Correct? The class was impeccable. चलिए, बहुत अच्छी बात है. I hope you all have understood everything, all of these words, and do not forget them. 7 deadly sins जल्दी से मुझे कमेंट में सारे बच्चे बताएंगे इस क्लास के बाद. देखते हैं कितने बच्चे सीक्वेंस में मुझे आंसर कर पाते हैं. Find it out. Google it quickly. Go and like the session. Share it with your friends. See you all in the next class. ठीक है बच्चों? Bye for now, everybody. Take care. Thank you so much, Mahi. Thank you, Ajloma. Thank you, Rajnandini. Please, everybody, take care. Bye-bye. See you in the next class then.